Good morning, everyone. Happy cup of coffee. Anyway, I thought I would show you guys what we eat in a day today, and I am going to make my husband his Sunday morning chaffles, my cinnamon bun chaffles, and eggs. Yum! And Sally had some of the egg yolk already. That's why it's broken.
I love these things. These are the best breakfast in the world right here.
We put a little bit of sugar-free Choco Zero maple syrup on them too this time, just to give them a little extra kick. Okay, everybody, we'll see you at lunch. This week's mantra is keep it simple. Keep it simple and keep it keto. So I'm kind of doing a mini meal prep here, and I did 2.5 pounds of ground chuck that I got. I just put it in a pan and let it cook my ground meat, and then I divided it up. This is for whatever I want to use it for. And now I don't season my ground meat when I'm cooking it, when I'm meal prepping, and the reason for that is my little dog Sally, in case you didn't know, we give her a meat diet, so I don't want to put any salt or seasonings in it, and then I do it as I'm making different meals for it. So right now I've got 2 bowls prepped and weighed for my lunch. It's 5 ounces each. It's plain hamburger. And then I've got the rest of it in this big bowl so that I can make meals with this. And tonight we're going to have a cheeseburger in a bowl. And I'm going to use my Tillamook 4 cheese. I'm going to weigh out our meat here for my husband Harry, cameraman, and I. Do a dollop of sour cream.
What kind?
Daisy sour cream. So in meat... And then I also bought some cage-free grass-fed eggs that were on sale at Bash's this week, which is my local market. So I'm going to be hard boiling some eggs. I'm just going to do it stovetop. I'm going to put some water in this, get it on the stove, and get it cooking. I got this pork roast, and I've never cooked it in an air fryer before. Now, you guys don't have to have an air fryer. You don't need to have an Instapot. You can do this the old-fashioned in the oven way, but I have an air fryer, and I live in Arizona, and it does get very hot here, although it's winter and it's not hot, thank God, right now. So I just put some seasoning on it. I put some Kirkland no salt seasoning, a little onion powder, a little garlic powder, and I'm just popping it in to my air fryer. I've never cooked one in an air fryer before. I have a meat. If you go around here, I have it on meat. I have it for 30 minutes to start, and the temperature is, I think I'm going to do 380 just to start. Put the fat side up always, so that it renders through and goes through into the meat. So I'm going to have to watch this and see, because I've never done it before. Just note this, in air fryers you don't put parchment paper or aluminum foil, because the air needs to circulate all around the food, unless one of the recipes specifically say use parchment paper or aluminum foil. You just put your meat right in.
The fan blows the air down through the heating element, thusly heating the air and down into the meat below in the holding pan. The holes in the bottom of the holding pan allow the heated air to travel around the meat in a continuous fashion, thusly cooking the meat at a faster rate, allowing the fat and oil to drain into the pan below. If you were to place parchment paper or aluminum foil into the holding pan, thusly closing the holes, the air will not circulate around the meat, but cause a negative airflow, causing the meat not to cook in a correct fashion. Thank you.
Okay, you can put a little oil on it. Mine is got a coating, non-stick coating, and I've never had an issue. And pork usually has fat. There's a lot of fat on the top, so I didn't feel the need to put any butter or anything like that. I want to kind of get that fat crispy, like cracklings, hopefully, but we'll see. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put water in my eggs. I'm just doing my eggs old-fashioned, top of the stove. And I'm going to put in, some eggs, and I'm just going to turn it on high. When it starts boiling, I'll boil it probably about 10 minutes. I like to have them a little bit on the softer side because I'm just going to take them whole to work, put a pat of butter, salt and pepper, and nuke them in the morning for breakfast at my work. So, and then Harry can come to the refrigerator, grab them, and eat them cold with a little side of mayonnaise, a little side of mustard, and maybe tomorrow night, if I want to or feel like it, I can make some kind of deviled egg. But right now, I just want whole eggs for breakfast tomorrow morning for work. So that's what I'm prepping for. So over here, this is cooled down enough. There's no salt, no pepper, no nothing in it. Because at work, and I'll show you mine tomorrow, I have mustard and mayonnaise at work. And I'm going to put a little bit of cheese right now on here. Doesn't take a whole lot. Just put a little bit on for taste. That'll melt down nicely. And then I will have one of these on Monday and one of these on Tuesday. And I think my ground hamburger with this on it is going to be great. So I think those are good to go. So I'm going to take those, put them in the refrigerator at work because I do have a refrigerator. If I didn't have one, I'd use a lunch container and keep them in there. So these are ready to go for me. And then Harry, do we want to do hamburger, sour cream?
Oh yeah, I want
mustard.
Oh yeah, and pickles if we have any.
Oh, yep, we got some pickles and classic tomato with our dinner tonight on the side that we got from Costco. So what you guys want to remember to do is to count your carbs. So you want to look at the back of this pickle jar, and total carbohydrate is less than 1 gram, and you get 3 of the little pickles. So I would always round up and say 1 carb, 3 pickles.
Well, how many pickles?
Anything?
How many pickles does it take to make a carb?
I just said it's less than 1 gram of carb, but you round up to make it 1 carb, and you get 3 pickles.
Got it.
Okay. There is no carbohydrates in my ground beef. And then my whole fat sour cream has 1 carb in 2 tablespoons or 30 grams. So I'm going to weigh this out on a scale, and I'm going to weigh this real quick. So Harry and I need to weigh our food now. We started ketogenics diet in February 2019. Our weight has slowed down. I have a broken metabolism. If you guys haven't seen my other videos or my husband's other vlogs and our backstory, just really quick, I just got through having surgery to have a failed lap band removed. I have been dieting all of my adult life, so I have to track my carbs because my body is extremely sensitive, and I'm trying to work my body into accepting more calories and still release the fat. So I measure everything. So let me get my scale. Okay. So we have 2 scales. This one's my favorite, and basically it's a wind up. We go off-road camping all the time, dry camp, and so you don't need batteries in this one. You can get a scale anywhere. You can get one at Target, you can get one at Walmart, you can get one at Amazon. You know, $9-10 to weigh your food. So let me get 2 bowls. You want to tartar this out.
What does that mean?
You want to zero it out. And Harry's bowl gets 6 ounces of meat. So that's his. So I want to tartar it out. And I want about 4 ounces for me.
What is it, 4 ounces for women and 6 ounces for men, or does it just depend?
There's no men or women ounces. It all depends on your body and how much food you can eat in a day and still lose weight. Everybody is different, and you just kind of need to figure that out. It's kind of an experiment on yourself to find out how much you can eat in a day and still lose weight. And for me, because I had a lap band for so many years and my stomach has shrank, I can only eat about 4 ounces and feel full and feel comfortable. That's right where I like to be. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is, for mine, I'm going to put 1 ounce of cheese on here. So my ounce of cheese is on there. So with him, we can just tartar it out. There. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to nuke these. And then we will put some mayonnaise. And we use chosen avocado mayonnaise. We look at the back, it's 0 carbohydrates. It is fats, so we do count our fats too. And we're going to dollop a tablespoon of mayonnaise on ours. And it will be lovely, and it will be a nice size serving. We have some sugar-free ketchup. This one is Alterna Sweets. You can get totally unsweetened. We do like Westbury brand, but I ordered some keto ginger. She talks all the time about this ketchup, so I decided to get some and try it. And then we're going to put some mustard on it. This is made with, it's got Splenda in it. Not Splenda, pardon me. I can't see because Mr. Cameraman's, it's got erythritol, which is a natural sweetener. It's got tomato paste, water, white distilled vinegar, non-GMO erythritol, sea salt, onions, spices, paprika, stevia extract, and garlic. And it is 2 total carbs, 1 sugar alcohol. So I count total carbs. So that's 2 carbs for me. So I'm going to count 2 carbs, and that's for a whole tablespoon of mayonnaise, which is a pretty good serving for this size. So we're going to have our cheeseburger in a bowl, and I'll show you when it's all done and ready for us to eat. But I got to nuke these in the microwave oven now.
Yeah, when Wendy says nuke, she means microwave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I say nuke. It's the microwave. We put it in the microwave oven. So I'll be back in a minute. So what I just did is I just put garlic powder. I put garlic powder, and I put some Chipotle roasted garlic on there.
Where'd you get that?
It's the regular store. It's McCormick. It's like everywhere. I got it at Fry's. And then I put this dulse granules on it. Now it's an excellent source of iodine, and because you're no longer eating that crappy, hopefully, white, bleached, processed salt in the blue bottle, you need to make sure that you are supplementing with iodine. I don't like kelp stuff or flavored kelp seafood stuff. This does not have a flavor like that at all. It doesn't smell like it. It doesn't taste like it. People won't even know that it's in there. And the nice thing is, if you look at this, 1 teaspoon has 220% of your daily iodine in it. I hate the taste of iodine drops. I have them. It is like sucking on a metallic spoon or worse. It's like nasty. I would much rather have something that actually adds good flavor to my food when I'm going to eat it than drink a drop of nastiness. So this is what I use. And actually they have several different, they have kelp granules, which are very good. They have a sea salt with sea vegetables in them. And I use them all. And I get these off the internet. You can get them at some of your stores, but look for them, folks, because if you have thyroid issues or low thyroid, or the doctors ever talk to you about low thyroid, I absolutely would be on an iodine regime daily. I put a little bit of iodine back. If you love kelp and you love all the new packaged kelp things, more power to you. But I just don't like it. And I don't like the drops. So that's how I supplement my kelp. So anyway, I got them on here. They're ready to pop in the microwave oven to microwave. And I do them, I'll put them in real quick as soon as Mr. Cameraman moves out of the way. I wonder if I can put 2 in. Have you ever tried this? This little gadget's wonderful. You put it over, it doesn't splash or pop. You can make sure
and it steams your
that
food.
It's open, it steams your food, and it keeps everything. Nope, gotta do it one at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna nuke it now in the microwave.
Yeah.
I think I'll just do 1 minute. I'll be back to show you when it's all done and it's got mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, and a side of pickles, folks. The meat has been in here about 20 minutes because it's got, well, a little bit less than that. Let's check. Ooh, look at that. Wow, nice. That looks pretty darn tasty. So let's give it. And for this, since I have no idea when it's going to be done, you want to use a meat thermometer. It's pork, and you want to use a meat thermometer. So at 30 minutes, we'll test it, and we'll see how much longer it needs to cook for, and then we'll adjust it accordingly. Miss Sally girl thinks she gets to eat. Ooh, yeah, nice. Got my eggs cooking. Oh, yeah. Nice. You can add a little lettuce to this. We're going to add a little dollop of sour cream. You can make taco. You can do all kinds of things, changing out the spices that you use on it. By weighing your condiments, you're getting to know exactly the carb count on there. That's close enough. I'll use what's left. Do you want a little bit of ketchup? Now this ketchup has a little sweeter taste.
No, I want my hot sauce.
You want your hot sauce. Chipotle?
No.
You want
stuff that's in there, the sriracha.
Sriracha sauce. Carbohydrates. It's less than 1 gram per teaspoon.
You want
to see it all?
I want to see you putting it on.
Okay. We'll put it on. Do you want to put it on?
Okay, yeah, let me put it on.
Okay, you put it on. Here, wait.
I got it.
Okay. Ooh, you're pretty ambidextrous. Do you want any mustard?
Yep, a little bit.
May I put the mustard on, or do you?
No, you can put it on.
This has 0 carb, folks. 1 teaspoon is 0 carbs, and I don't think anybody has ever OD'd on mustard. Okay, Harry, tell me, what do you think? How much? Ooh, pardon me.
That's good.
Oh,
Lime's going on.
talking. Do you want some sour? Do you
Yes,
want a dollop
please.
of this?
Yes,
okay, I need
please.
another spoon because I got extra mayo. Yeah, that's good. Take a teaspoon. Yeah, coming down to the wire. How much do you want?
Oh, whatever.
An
can
ounce?
have. Yeah, about like that.
It's 240.
That's close. It's only a little,
Oops.
about 20 less. That's
There.
fine. That's
Is that
enough.
good?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
perfect. Woo-hoo. It's looking so good. Gotta go tell Alexa to stop.
good. Yeah, I know.
That was for the eggs, so I'm turning off the eggs. I gotta make an egg bath real quick, folks. My eggs are done, and I'm just gonna put them in an egg bath. It's much easier. You can make these. There's all kinds of contraptions, including your Instapot. You're gonna see people on keto boiling eggs in an Instapot. I just wanted to do this the old-fashioned way on the stove while I was doing everything else. To me, I don't need to use an Instapot to get my eggs done. I do like putting them in an ice bath though, because it tends to, I think it shrinks it, pulls it away from the shell so they're easier to peel, is what I think happens. So I'm going to empty my pan of water, and I'll wash those in just a minute. I'm just going to let those sit and while I make my food. So anyway, so I Googled how many minutes per pound you cook a pork roast on the internet, and it says for every pound you cook it at 350 for 20 minutes for each pound until it reaches an internal temperature of at least 145. So this one's already up to almost 170. So I think we're done. I'm gonna leave it in a hot oven. I'm gonna turn it off, and then I'm just gonna unplug it and leave it sit. Harry, why are you mad at me?
Sweetie pie, you're not supposed to pull a plug out like that.
Well,
you
how
gotta,
do you
you gotta
do it?
grab it by the part in the middle, because you'll pull all the wiring out from inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. So, I don't know how to use a knife. I won't tell you guys how old I am, but I get in trouble for using knives around him.
Yep.
And I just got in trouble for pulling the cord out of the wall.
Yep.
So, I need a keto dunce hat. Right?
Yeah.
A little keto dunce hat. Anyway, I'm going to have him show me. Or better yet, I'm going to let him cook the next pork roast. No. You get to cook the next one. Okay, folks. Anyway, I am leaving it in this nice air fryer where it's nice and warm inside until it cools completely down. Then I'm going to take it out, and I will figure out what I'm going to do with it. Probably leave it whole, and then put it in a container, let it cool down, and get it in the refrigerator. Anyway, I wanted to mention something that I forgot, and we had chaffles and eggs this morning, and we ate about 10-ish, 10, 11-ish, so kind of a brunchy time. We were not hungry at all until dinner time, until we had that hamburger that I showed you guys, hamburger or cheeseburger in a bowl that we had earlier. So, not earlier, later. What day is it? Anyway.
Yeah.
So I took my roast out of the oven, out of the air fryer, pardon me, and I just wanna cut it down the middle just to kind of see what it looks like.
How's it feel?
It feels good. It feels like it's cooked.
What was the total time on that?
I have no idea. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's done. Ooh, it's steaming. Look at that.
I'd say it's about an hour.
Was it?
Yeah.
You think so?
No, not even that. Maybe 45 minutes.
Well, the interesting thing is, remember that layer of fat? That fat is gone. Look at this. There is just a little teeny weeny bit of fat.
So you could cook a roast in how many
half
times?
the time.
In half the
Look
time.
at that.
In
There's
there.
like no fat.
And it tastes fabulous. I'll bet you. How much you want to bet?
Oops. Well, I'm going to taste this, but you're not going to show me because I am done for the day. Ooh, yeah. That is scrumptious.
Is it?
Okay. Hey, you guys, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, ring that bell, give me a thumbs up, and let me know what you'd like to see me cook. That doesn't include a knife or a plug, evidently. At least not unplugging the plug. Anyway, see you guys later.